So when I was writing Merrick Carlyle Has a Problem, I just wanted to see what a relationship would be like for somebody who can't feel emotion. Like, could somebody who can't love learn how to love? And that's Merrick Carlyle, obviously. But then there's also Isaac Lockhart.
Would you go on a date with me?
Who's the one who's in love with her, who's just the other side of that, and he's just extremely emotional and full of love and care for other people.
Sure.
And so I want to know how he would react to loving but not being loved.
When I read Joshua's script for the first time, I was actually having like a really tough day. I was like kind of down, and sitting alone in my room, I was laughing out loud. And I knew that was a really good sign that the script itself was really good all on its own, and I really wanted to direct it. And I knew right from the start certain people that I wanted to work with, one of which was Chris Weingart.
The minute Haley asked me to do a project, I'll drop everything and do it. Haley was just like, Chris, do you want a DP? So I was like, yes. And then I read the script and I was like, yes.
I had kind of the idea of a really Wes Anderson sort of movie, just in the way that it's really quirky in how it's shot. Definitely envisioned just a lot of head-on shots, a lot of static shots, a lot of shots with a perfect symmetry, but I didn't really put any of that specifically on the page. So when I talked with Haley after she read the script, it was interesting because she had almost the exact same ideas that I did without me ever having to tell her what I was thinking.
That was something really clear from the very beginning, was just from the script. I knew that I wanted this to be a very, very colorful piece, and I wanted it to feel almost like a painting. So how that came out visually was having a very stylistic film, a very colorful film. There's a lot of balance and things right in the center of screen, which was something that I had never really experimented with before.
The interesting thing about this script is that it's balancing two different characters. They're both experiencing the same thing in different ways.
I go to the school sporting event.
And so I wanted to shoot it differently for each of them.
I hate going to school sporting events.
You know, obviously Merrick doesn't want anyone close to her, so we agreed we would not get closer than like a medium shot on her. And a lot of the big wides you see are generally centered around her and her perspective. Isaac is the opposite. He's very emotional.
You don't understand. I love Merrick.
And so what we want to do is get closer to him. If you look at the film, the person who's getting close-ups more consistently is Isaac.
Our art director, David Funes, he brought so much as to how everything would look, and the costume design and the set pieces. And one of the lead characters, Isaac, his dorm room was completely decked out and so beautiful and all color coordinated, and that was all because of David.
This project gave me the ability to appreciate the beauty of the different departments, because I think it's easy to watch a movie and attribute it to either the director or the DP. But in the reality, really everybody on set is contributing to the thing that you're attributing to the director and DP.
Working with Haley and Chris was just really good because they had a very clear idea of what they wanted that was conveniently just kind of what I was thinking of from the beginning.
With Haley, it's always really nice because she has a really clear idea of what she wants, but she's also really open to suggestions. And 9 times out of 10 is sort of like, yeah, let's do it. That's really cool.
So I knew that I wanted Chris to be our DP. We would just spitball ideas, and he came up with some of the like funniest parts of the film as to like what angle we shot it at or how certain things looked. It just added so much comedy to the film, and it was things that I would have never thought of. So I was really, really grateful to have him there helping me tell this story.
It's really interesting when you shoot a movie according to a script and then you edit it according to the script and then it doesn't work as well as the script did, but we figured we needed to have this for the explanation. And then people will be like, I don't know what this is and I don't need it because I can kind of put together everything else. And we're like, that is awesome.